All right, everybody. Here is what's going on. See that car? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, look at that. Are those new shoes? Yes, they are. Torque thrusts. Story. I'll get to the other stuff I said I would do, but this has to happen. So the story is, when I bought these, I bought them when I first got the car going. Before about the Kragers, they discontinued one of the sizes. This one or the other one, 4.5s or the 10s, and they were out of stock of the other one, and I couldn't get them, so I bought those Kragers. Big mistake, by the way. Those Kragers were out of round and just not good. So I gave them to somebody else. Let them try them on their car. Just don't buy Kragers. The old Kragers were good. The new ones are junk. So that's just the way they are. They're out around. I couldn't get the car to settle down. Put these on. They were great. I was actually running the center lines that came with the car, and where they cut the Cheeto slots out. Those things started leaking because those auto drags are two-piece, and where they cut them out, they just didn't have any structural rigidity. So this is what's new. So let's go to the map. Oh, look, there's a blower. Oh, that's my burrito. 5-speed. There's a 5-speed in there now. Oh yeah, and aluminum 9-inch. But I'll tell you about that later. Still got the twice pipes, love them. Look at that, isn't that cool? Tomatoes, and so here's my garden. Look at this. I think that's a lime. No, lime tree is there. Oranges? I don't remember. Anyway, tomatoes, stuff. That's squash and tea. Anyway, so here we go. So I'm gonna fix this. 15 by 10s, the same rear end, no spacers, no nothing else. What I want to tell you guys about was the hack for the suspension on these cars. So you can only get certain shocks for a Tri5 Chevy, but you can get tons and tons of shocks for second generation Camaros and Fire Chickens. You can get all sorts. So what this car has, hold please. Got to move the baby gate for the puppy because, you know, Molly will try and get out. So what this car has is, let's go down here and I'll show you. Look real close. Those are KYBs. They're a performance race shock for like a 79 Camaro. This is for my coolant leak from my radiator. That's a stop leak. Look at the blower belt. Okay, so the difference between these and the stock 57 Chevy is right here. See that bolt pattern? The stock 5.7 is a 1/4 inch total wider than 79 Camaro. So you can either hog the holes out or slot them, because a lot of those come slotted anyway. You can just slot them and then they bolt right up with a washer. And that's it. They go right in. And it totally changed the way this car drove or drives. It's super nice. It's actually handles really good. I don't need a sway bar. And if you don't believe me, I told my buddy Jay with his completely original 55 that he bought from a lady, original owner. And he pulled the Monroe gas adjust, whatever, the brand new ones you can get on there. Pulled them off and he put on this same shock. And he loves it. It just totally changed it, because he was going to get a different suspension kit or something just to try and clean it up, because the thing would roll and just kind of wallow back and forth like a whale. But now it goes down the road nice and tight, and it still has some body movement, definitely, but not like it used to. And the rear has air shocks. You guys knew that. And I set them at 100 pounds because I carry a bunch of tools. So what happens if your front shocks, if your front suspension works properly, it causes the rear suspension to work properly. Instead of like the front bouncing and the rear doing this bouncy thing, it settles the whole thing. So you hit speed bumps like this instead of, you know, or something like that where you get, it's weird. You guys that have stock Tri5s with stock Tri5 shocks, the best ones you can get, the Monroes or whatever, you guys know what I'm talking about. Unless you're running coilovers or whatever. But this, I think it was like less than $100 for the pair from Napa. And they're just going and tell them 1979 Trans Am WS6, and they'll say, what shock do you want? And then you just tell them, give me the best one you got. And that's the one they got. That's a KYB, some performance shock. Huge difference. Love it. after this, we're gonna move to the next section. So I already did the radiator. What's the next thing we'll talk about? Oh, motor oil. Motor oil is next. Motor oil is next. We'll talk about that. What I found in 25,000 miles. What you should and shouldn't be doing in your hot rods if you're driving them. Doing old engines. Not LS stuff, not modern stuff, but we'll get into that because there is a huge difference. Yeah, wow. I need to pull that out of there and eat that. I'm hungry. See you guys later. Aloha. Oh, where's my... Look at that. How about that surfboard chair? That's pretty cool. Look at this. Oh, that's not it. Who has a chair made out of surfboards? I do.